Great question. Here. His question was, I've got him in the great white. And the problem is, when I do this, he tucks his chin and I can't get him up. Okay, but see, this guy's, when people are under stress, they do what they're trained to do. What's he been trained to do on me? Sit up and get posture. So when he sits up, then I take him. Okay? I let him do what he wants to do. Because I'm not going to fight him. Jiu-Jitsu is not about fighting strength. It means the gentle way. So when I've got him trapped in that movement, I'm using very little strength. Unless you're going with Big John. Then you're using some strength. Okay, so I see the way he's looking. I then sneak it behind his head and anchor behind his neck. He's then going to resist that. He knows that what I'm trained to do is break his structure. I'm going to pull him down. I'm not pulling him down. I'm making him think I want him to pull me down, me to pull him down. So when he sits up, that's when the trap is set. So the trap is actually beginning to be set when I put my first hand behind his head. Okay? And then I know that he's going to try and sit up and gain posture. And when he sits up and gain posture, that's when it's like this.
So you booby trap the end zone.
I'm booby trapping the end zone. I'm gonna take that, Sifu. Booby trapping the end zone. I will give you credit, but I will use it. Okay, let's try that. So what I want you to see is when you're putting your hand behind their neck, you're not using force. You know, I remember one time, just a few years ago, I went 45 minutes straight with a world champion. Okay, he was like 20 years younger than me. Okay, and so we were trying to kill each other, but I lasted 45 minutes. You can't last 45 minutes with no break without really using no strength. He wasn't trying to kill me, I was real clear about that. But we were rolling with each other. It was kind of cool. All right, let's go. Try. We're outsmarting our training partner, our opponent. Wow, that was cool. All right, Jim. Jim's used to this. He's with me in Virginia Beach, so he's used to doing this. Okay, I've got him set up here. But now what's happening, this guy is real big, and all of a sudden he's going to face out, and then he's going to make a mistake. And and most of you know Kimura from here, but I want to make sure you understand when to do it. If Jim breaks out of this thing, and then he puts his hand on the mat to base, as soon as he puts his hand on the mat, this is him telling you, oh, please Kimura me, because you never put your hand on the mat. Okay, you don't do that. Because now he's in Kimura. Okay? So now what I want you to see is just, because again, if you're with a good guy who knows jiu-jitsu, probably 2 or 3 stripe blue belt and above shouldn't make this mistake, but whites and some blues will make this mistake. You put the hand on the mat, and you just got to know, you do not put the thumb grip, it's 5 fingers outside, break. You want to make sure that you've got your foot on his back, because his counter is a roll, and then you keep a 90-degree angle, head off the floor, and just push to the ceiling. That's all it is. No pressure. It takes no strength at all to break the shoulder.
That's a really good decision.
Okay? So take it with the person putting their hand on the mat, and again, I like to prefer to set up and grab it before I break my guard. If you need to work on your abs a little bit, so you need to break this open first and hook out, that's fine. Just hook back and do it. Okay? All right, let's try that. Jim, sit this one out. Okay. One of the things we can do also when you're in here like this and you've got the guy and you're sitting up and all of a sudden, you know, his counter is to kind of begin to drive forward on me. So what you want to do is you come up underneath, you get your hand underneath his throat. Now, he's got me trapped. It would be nice if I could grab my wrist here, but I don't need to. I'm going to grab my shirt, whatever I've got. And what people do here, they make all this effort about the guillotine. All I'm going to do is raise my hips. Just raise my hips. I mean, I got it set tight. It's set tight on his throat, but I'm not squeezing arm strength. Raising my hips.
What's on his throat? Perfect.
Again, it would be nice if I had both hands, but you don't need it. Because if I'm in here like this, it's set snug. I'm here, just raise my hips. That's all it is. So as you're doing this, Don't get all into, oh, I got to squeeze this guy's throat, you know, and snap. No, just get it set tight and just raise your hips straight to the ceiling, to the
You were
sky.
holding your shirt there.
I was holding my shirt. Because he may not have a shirt on, but I did. Okay, try it again. So basically you go into Kimura. He counters by pushing you forward. Just, again, go with it. It's jiu-jitsu, you go with it. You sit back, you come up on knees. You can get both hands in, great. Get that across his throat. If you can't get that in, just set it tight. Your ankles across, just raise your hips. You'll just be ready for the tap. Make sure you tap them out the ground.
And you can still get, and you can from there you can still get a bite if you wanted to, right?
So I like to set up.
With the guillotine, you can still get a bite through there.
You bite me?
Like going this way?
No, you bite him.
Well, I bite him, oh yeah. When I'm in a dominant position in jiu-jitsu, that's what makes Kimin Pai so great when you blend it with Brazilian, okay? The Sombrada routine we learned today is designed to show you all the angles and positions of biting. But when you start experimenting in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and you start just rolling around, one of the drills we'll do is I'll have one guy can do Kinemutai, one guy can't. And so they're all doing Jiu-Jitsu, they both got gis on, they're rolling around, but one guy can bite. Changes the game. Okay. All right, try that again. Basically, when he goes and pushes you to counter, just go with it. Sit, wrap, raise your hips to the sky.